Okay, it is Thursday, May 20th, 2021. I'm going to do my recap. As you can see, I'm up $467, almost my daily goal, but yeah, a little bit of a mess. Not a mess, but a little bit of choppiness in the beginning really prevented me from capitalizing as I wanted to. There was like a few close calls where it could have been a $2,000, $3,000 day, and it just wasn't, by a small margin. So let's get into the trade. So the first two setups that I was really looking at were Riot and MARA. I mean, they're go hand in hand. So Riot and MARA was my main setup. I had SPCE, I had VIAC, I had KSS, and BEKE. So why did I like Riot and MARAs? Because it was an R4 to R5 setup. So I mean, this time it failed, which is a little bit of a shame. The R4 to R5 setup. What you do want to see is so stock that's opening between the pivot points of R4 and R5. You want to go, find a little bit of a 1 minute opening range breakdown. No, sorry, like a little bit of a breakdown and then a breakout. That's what you really want to look for. Breakout of daily open. So I was really looking for that trade, and by small margins, it just didn't work. So I went long Riot 2,000 shares at 932. Yeah, 931 and 932. No, this is not the. No, sorry. Yeah, I went long 2,000 shares at 25.88. So I went long. It was a good price. I mean, it was against the 9 EMA above VWAP. Why did I go long? Well, I saw the hold of R4 over here. And I'm like, okay, it's going to break out. And not only that, I already had seen MARA break out. So these stocks move very, very similar to each other. So I'm like, okay, this is a perfect setup, right? So I went long, and it's a shame because I did get stopped out. I put my stop, um, I put my stop below R4 over here. So I got stopped out at 2062 and 2064, which is a shame. The low was again this kind of was 25. Yeah, 62. And this low was 25.50. So I would have gone stopped out either way. So that was a bit of a shame. Um, but then I decided to go long again, so I went long another 2,000 shares, and this time I got out at 1,026.49. And no, look, the playbook setup is to let it go all the way to R5. The only problem is that something that I was aware of is there was a lot of resistance on the last few days, so I wasn't really too confident that that it just could come down. I really wasn't too confident. Sorry that it could go up. So I just decided to take my money, and I lost like $460, and then I made like 1,000 almost. I made like 1,000 and change in the long setup, and that's it. I exited, and yeah, called it a day. So I exited at 26.49 and 26.23, right before the break of the daily open, pretty much. So yeah, that was the trade. Then a little bit of bad luck in Viacom. Not bad luck. It's just bad risk management. I didn't obey my risk management, and yeah, that was fucked up. So I went short 2,000 shares, 41.37, 41.38 at 9.37. So really, I got on a little bit too late. I mean, not really. I mean, yeah, I went. Yeah, I got a little bit too late, honestly. I mean, it's 600 bucks late, to be honest. So I really wanted to see the above R5 short, here that just played out after a while, but it has turned out to work, and now it's even producing more money. So big shame. Um, so yeah, I went short 2,000 shares, 41.37. Really want to see the breakdown. I saw the rejection of the daily open. I'm like, okay, this is the chance to go short. I get stopped out 41.41. Didn't want to give it too much room because it was like a quick, big candle, and I didn't see the follow through that I wanted around here. So I got stopped out, but then I went short again, 2,000 shares, 41.29 at 9.38, because I saw the reject. It went up to the 9 EMA, and then it rejected again. So I'm like, okay, let's really go short now. And then it just came all the way up, and I didn't put my stop. I didn't want to accept the loss for a second time that I was going to lose money in this trade. I didn't want to accept it, and I paid the price for it, because I got stopped out literally at high of day, 41.80. I got stopped at a 41.79 and 41.78 because I had the 50 cent stop loss that I didn't adjust. So it was fucking nice, so frustrating. Honestly, that was really, really, really bad on my behalf, man. Really, really bad. So yeah, I get stopped down. I'm again down $500 for the day, and I go short again 2,000 shares after the rejection. I'm like, okay, this is just coming down, man, and I just fucked up here. So I went short, got a little bit of a better price in the 40s, and then it just didn't get all the way down to R5. It did here, but it just didn't here, you know. And I was patient, but it just didn't happen, you know. And there's some times where it's just not gonna reach R5, and then it's gonna come all the way back up. So you have to be also careful of that, you know. So I just exited at 41.03. So I was really patient with the trade, as you can see, 15 minutes. You know, it's nothing crazy. It seemed like forever, you know, because I was really looking at it. But 9:58, so that's right over here in this candle, yeah. Did I go against my rules? Well, I mean, not really here. It did break the 5 minute 90 minute. It didn't break the VWAP, which is maybe the point of reference that I've ultimately should have used. But again, I was down. It doesn't matter, man. If you're down or up, I was telling myself that it doesn't really matter if you're down or up. You really have to stick to the game plan, you know, because one trade can change your whole day. And sometimes you're down like a little bit of money and you cut that trade. You know, you have a good trade and you cut it super quick because you don't want it to lose money. Sorry, because you wanted the day green or whatever, and then you're leaving a lot of money on the table, you know. So that's something that I didn't want to work on. So yeah, took it at 41.03, whatever. Then I went short at an MARA. I did lose $100 more than what I should have too. Went short, not a good playbook setup because it was a little bit far from R4. I mean, I went short 22.87, which is far away. Nothing crazy, but a little bit far away. I guess at 10, yeah, over here after this like shooting star rejection, and I get stopped out at 23.19, and then it just comes all the way down, and now it's continuing a downtrend, you know. So that's another like $300 there that I lost. Yeah, $290. It's a little bit of a shame there too. Decided to go short one more time VIAC because I'm looking at the rejection that was made at the VWAP, and you know the 5 minute 90 MA was holding, so I went short another 2,000 shares at 10.06. So right over here, good entry, and I exited at 40.97. Again, it just couldn't get. You know, this is like, man, like here this is $400. Here this is $400. You know, very very close to the target, but just not hitting R5, and I exit at 40.97. So I leave a lot of money on the table too. And then one more time, I go short 2,000 shares, 10.15, right over here. I exit really quickly. I didn't like it. And then one more time, I do go short 2,000 shares. No, okay, no, this is the one I covered already. Then I went short one more time at 40.99 at 10.20. So right around here. And it did get there, but I took the partial before 40.86, so around here, yeah, 40.86, and then it did touch R5, and it's still coming, and now it is coming down more. We'll see where it gets, but yeah, by that time I was already done, you know, with the day. So, yeah, 467, frustrating day, man, frustrating day. It's one of those where, god damn it, yeah, so $200 in VIEC, 564 in Riot. MARA should have been a little bit less what I lost there, but whatever. Yeah, trades that I missed. SPCE, another playbook set up above R5. Look how it, you know, it's gapping up. I was so busy with VIEC and Riot at that time that I just couldn't take it, man. I saw this setup and should have really nailed it better, but I just couldn't do it. Look how greatly it gets all the way up to pre-market highs, man. It just gets fucking rejected. I mean, just beautiful trading, beautiful setup. BEKE was another good trade here that I was looking at for an above, you know, from a below L5 to, it's kind of like the same setup, you know. It's just the opposite of above R5. This is below L5, you know. So I was gonna go short here for the 1 minute opening range breakout. Didn't work out. I mean, I was busy with the other stocks, but look, how it perfectly gets all the way up, you know, and continues, you know. Really, really nice setup. I guess on the 5 minute chart, it also looks, yeah, looks fantastic. You know, really, really good. And now, yeah, Riot. I was thinking about going short one more time around here, but I'm like, I'm done, man. I'm done. I mean, this offered great setup, honestly. This is beautiful. And if it was a 1 minute chart, I probably would have taken it. I was just done at this point. A little bit frustrated with VIAC and stuff, which is seems to be wanting to come down. So probably it will get to L4 and change. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, now I'm up. What am I up? $1,500 for the week, something like that. Nothing crazy, right? Yeah, $1,500 for the week. So I mean, the profit factor is good. You know, 225. That is, I'm happy about that. My average winning hold time is above. You know, okay, 60% of winning trades. That's also a good stat. So yeah, let's see if I can have a good day tomorrow. You know, it's better to make some money than make no money. You know, and I haven't had a green week in a while. Right? I mean, this week I gave. Oh, this week I lost $3,600. This week I lost $1,300. So last week of April, I lost two fucking A, bro. I haven't had a green week in a while, man. What the fuck is going on here? This is insane. Okay, I haven't had a green week since, which was a good green week. Um, since April 12th to the 16th, where I made $1,600. Or green, yeah, total green week. Yeah, small day, small day, small days, and then one good week there, one good day there. So I could have that could happen tomorrow, you know. I could have you know, $1,300 day, and that would put me up, you know, almost $3,000, you know. So, and today I was close from that, you know, just small things, man. Small things prevented me from doing that. Like MERA, if I would have taken MERA for the breakout in the MERA, I would have had a better chance, you know, because I would have seen this breakout. I probably would have been stopped out. You know, I would have gone in here, probably get stopped out of the daily open. I would have brought my stop loss there, maybe get in again. Who knows, man? Could have, would have, should have. You know, another good trade was for man. I saw plenty of setups. You know, I saw the setup here for the daily open breakdown. I saw the setup for an R4 resistance trade over here. Yeah, I should have taken it, even if it was like smaller size or whatever. I should have taken it, honestly. Sometimes I'm afraid because I'm trading. It's a problem when you trade with bigger size that you're not used to it when you're in a bit of a downtrend. You know, sometimes it's just good to dial it down. You know, I didn't want to go short that big in Riot because then I would put myself in a bad position if I lost money. But if I would have taken like 400 shares, 500 shares, you know, it would have been a good trade to just hold, you know, and maybe add some money to my account. I don't know if I would have gone stopped out here, probably, but I would have been able to re-enter and stuff. I mean, the good thing is just keeping best practices. You know, in MERA, I did lose more money than what I should have. And via VIAC too, man. When I entered again, my stop should have been above the 50s, I guess. You know, and just by 2,000 shares, that's another $600, you know, that I left on the table. You know, like my stop should have been above the 50s, or at least above 65. And even if I put it at 66, you know, it's $260 more that I would have in my account that I wouldn't have lost, you know. So it's just so important to do it time and time again. And I'm getting better at it, you know, but I still have to do it like every single time, you know, and accept the loss. If I'm gonna have a loss, just accept it. It's fine. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna end up saving a lot of money in the long run, you know. So that's like my biggest issue, you know, is not being able to accept the loss. So sometimes, many times, I am able to accept it, you know. So the problem is that those few times that you don't, those are the few times that add up, and sometimes, I'm saying sometimes a lot, but a couple of times a month can be a few $1,000s, you know, or even more. So it can make a difference. It can and it does. So yeah, that's my day. Gonna go do fucking some jujitsu, and yeah, have a good day, guys.